Hello and welcome back to Europe 1100, and in the previous episode we had two factions, two of the strongest factions actually in the game declare war against us, and I'm not very pleased about that actually, but anyway, we are going to be heading in against Mr. Padmos. As you can see by his combat strength, he is one of our most formidable enemies we have ever faced. This is going to be an extremely difficult battle for us. I don't think we're going to have many issues at all. Anyway, I'm just going to take him prisoner real fast, and then what we're going to do is we're just going to take as many high tier prisoners as we can. That's tier 4 and above, of course. And then we're just going to be moving on straight away because we need as many of them as possible, and we're hopefully going to be able to achieve victory basically across the board here, because what I'm going to need to do is be 100% successful in every single avenue of attack that I make. And that's going to be pretty difficult to do, actually. Oh, wait a minute. 4.3? Oh, no, this guy's moving way too fast for me, unfortunately. I could get him if I disband my army, I think. I could probably get him if I do that. Oh, he's slowing down now. Okay, that's absolutely fantastic. Here we go. So yeah, basically, as I said before, our main strategy is to get into as many battles as possible to remove vassal presence. This is literally one of the, well, #1 priorities in general whenever you're entering any kind of warfare in Bannerlord. Even in Warband, it is still applicable. So that means thinning them out. Thinning them out as much as possible is really the #1 priority here, because it is going to take them a little bit of time, and if we can obviously take them prisoner, that makes a big difference in the end as well, because obviously taking them prisoner really prevents them from doing anything at all for a limited amount of time, because eventually they will escape. I mean, that's just how it is, unfortunately. But anyway, let's just get my archers over here, and we're just going to put them over there like that, and then like this with my infantry. My infantry is probably going to go into a nice little shield wall formation, I suppose. As you can see, the enemy is just completely... Wait a minute, I think we should probably just charge straight on in. The enemy is entering some kind of weird bottleneck, and they're actually allowing us to have the initiative in that regard. So I'm just going to tell my forces to charge straight on in here, and hopefully we're going to have a pretty easy time of things. I can only hope, at least, because if my archers... I don't really want to run into that guy, that's for sure. He had a polearm with our name on it, and I didn't really want to deal with him. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to just move my cavalry back here now. We're just going to pull them back, because I really don't want to get embroiled into a battle too close to them. And we're just going to move my infantry a little bit closer. And we're just going to move our horse archers as well, make sure that they're in the fight. And I think... No, haha. No, not today. Not today. I'm not going to be heading in there against a polearm user. Thank you very much. That is not going to be good for my health. And maybe, just maybe, we'll be okay here. Gonna tell them to charge in, gonna tell the infantry to charge in, tell these guys to charge in, and there we have it. Okay, should be fine. And we can just continue to deal damage. Look at this, we're actually dealing damage. Pretty good damage at that as well, surprisingly enough. I'm trying to just focus down the enemy's cavalry as best as I can. It's a bit difficult to do that when there are so many in this area. I mean, literally, there's just... You know, everywhere you look, there is an opponent of some kind, and you're just gonna have to deal with them in some way. Oh no, I got absolutely murdered. Who did I get killed by? It seems like just a random. I just got killed by a random. I mean, I saw this guy, you know, pulling his two-handed sword back, and I thought to myself, okay, I have an equal chance of defeating him if we're lucky, or if I have decent timing. Well, it turns out I didn't really have either. So, yeah, so there you go. Anyway, we are going to be able to achieve victory here, pretty sure. Not going to take over anyone else as we, you know, progress in this fight, because I'm actually pretty happy to see the bird's eye view here. I actually find that quite fun, because it actually shows a lot of the troops' movements and everything, and it shows where the enemies decide to retreat to in this case. And we should be absolutely fine. How many did we lose? Wow, basically no one. Okay, I'm very surprised about that. I actually thought... at the very beginning, hey, you know, these guys are taking a very aggressive stance. I thought we were going to lose a lot of people, but in actual fact, no. That is not the case. Very surprising, very, very surprising indeed, to me, at least. Okay, I will trust Oh, wait a minute. I trust you will respect the custom of war and allow me to pay a fair ransom. All right. Should I let him go? Wait a minute. Is he the leader of his, Oh, he is. Oh, and he actually... Okay, wait a minute. Hello. Hello. He is the leader of this. So if we let him go... Wait a minute. If I... see, that's the thing. I have had experience talking to prisoners beforehand while they are in our custody, and I'm not sure if they have added the ability to barter with them in that situation. I'm going to take him prisoner because I'm interested to see whether that is indeed the case. Because I'd love, if we can, this is obviously, you know, neither here nor there, to be honest, but I'd love to take him and try to get into a barter situation. If we can get into a barter with him, we may even get the opportunity to persuade him to join us. Yeah, that would be an exceptional swing of power. And, I mean, you can see exactly why, because he has, you know, he owns Venezia, so it would be absolutely fantastic if we could do that. So let me actually just very quickly go over here. We're going to go and talk to him, this fellow. Let's talk to him right now. Let's see what he has to say. Hello there, sir. Aha, there we go. I have an offer for you. Join us and be set free. Or, yeah. Okay, here we go. Let's do it. Oh no, 41%. No, that's terrible. Okay, yeah, it's not going to work. I think we're going to have... I don't think we're going to do it, even if we get all of these. No, as you can quite clearly tell, this is absolutely... no, it's absolutely impossible, as you can see. We also got a critical fail, and he is not going to join us. That is so sad. I mean, to be fair, I'm actually really surprised that that is indeed the case, because we have a literal... What is it? 300 in charm or something like that, don't we? How much do we have in charm? Yeah, we have 307 in charm. I should, theoretically, have this in the bag. This should literally be a no-brainer. But unfortunately, that doesn't seem to be the case. And we are now having, well, impossible odds in regards to, you know, getting them persuaded and everything. But it could just be, maybe we need better relation with him or something. I don't know. That's the thing. A lot of people have said in the past that relation doesn't make any difference to persuasion or to barter screens in general. In other words, you know, dealing with, you know, everything has a price and all that stuff. Sometimes people say that doesn't make any difference at all. And other times they do. So it's very much up in the air about, you know, whether that does actually make a difference or not. But for me personally, I think that what we have to take away from, you know, whether relation makes a difference or not is what's better, having negative 100 relation or positive 100 relation. Well, it's pretty obvious which one's better, right? I mean, you know, generally having better stats, or shall we say higher values in stats, is usually the way to go. That's kind of what you want in an RPG, you know. If you're playing an RPG, you don't want to have, I don't know, 10 HP instead of 100 HP. You know what I mean? You get my drift? Anyway, the point is, if we're thinking about it in those terms, then we probably do want to try and, well, get a better relation with them. And so, yeah, maybe we want to do something about that. I am thinking, you know what? Should I just go over there and take it? I don't really care about this fortress, by the way. That can get taken relatively easily. I think I am maybe going to make peace. Let's have a look. Yeah, I mean, that's the funny thing. What I would actually like to do is I would like to make peace with the Byzantines, and I would actually like to stay at war against the Holy Roman Empire. I think that would actually be pretty good, surprisingly enough. I mean, you may think, oh, that's crazy talk. But no, I actually think it could be really, really useful. Okay, yeah, we're just going to go into an auto-resolve here. Don't need to worry too much about that. We are going to be taking her prisoner. Basically, every single person we can that we come across, we're probably going to be taking them prisoner because, well, why wouldn't you, right? Why wouldn't you remove a piece from the board, as it were? And yeah, we're just going to continue trying to get these guys into battles. But as I was saying before, basically sweeping vassals off the... Oh, really? You went in there? Oh, okay. That's very interesting. Yeah, sweeping vassals off the map and forcing them into some kind of replenishment behavior. In other words, you know, making it so that they have to recuperate their army. That is really important. Super, super important. Oh, hello. Okay, wait a minute. Oh, she's happy with her current liege. Of course she is. Every single one of these people is going to be happy with their liege. I'm going to let her go just so that we can gain more relation, and we'll see whether relation actually makes a difference. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. Who knows? But as I said, basically having more of something is better than having less of something. In this case, RPGs and so on. So that's what we're going to try to do. And it seems like Mengus was actually able to take this, which is pretty fantastic. I kind of want to give this to none of these people. Yeah. I actually wanted to give this to Mengus, all things considered, because he's quite clearly doing the heavy lifting here, but I guess I'll give it to Roger, and we'll see how he reacts to that. He just got himself taken prisoner, so him reacting to that is not, not really working out too well for him, I suppose. Anyway, is Mengus actually going to go for Belgrade as well? No, he's traveling to... over here to defend? This is actually under siege? Are you serious? Oh, that's a large army. That is a very, very large army, and there's basically no one in the garrison here. Okay, yeah, we're not going to be able to do anything with this, unfortunately, so we're just going to have to let it get taken. As is the case with these kinds of situations, whenever you're in a warlike situation against an overwhelming opponent, hilariously enough, we only have to pay 5,000 now to make peace against them. Hilariously, I think that is because we just took this town. I think Mengus was the main reason for that. And yeah, you can see here that they were able to take it back, which is, of course, not very good. But if they don't really garrison it with too many things, then we should be pretty good, shouldn't we? I think we should be fine. So let me actually just go over here real fast. There's 123 in the garrison there, and amusingly enough, the garrison itself is... oh, they have 17 days worth of food. That's actually kind of sad. Alright, well, what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to leave real fast, because, as you can see, there's a massive army coming in. Adila is right next to us here, so I might as well call for her to join our army, so that, you know, we make sure that she actually joins the fight. Oh, and they're actually fighting me? Are you serious? Oh, okay. You're just going to let Mengus take the town then. That's a very strange... Yes, he took it, as you can see. He took it literally just before they entered the battle. And as you can see, Mengus is absolutely murdering them. Okay, very, very impressed, I've got to say. I'm very impressed with him. Okay, so we're just going to give it to this fellow, I suppose, because he has basically no fiefs whatsoever, and he's got a lot more support now than Roger, and Roger did get himself taken prisoner, of course, so yeah. Anyway, here we go. Let's do it. Let's go and help Mengus. As you can see, we outnumber the opponent dramatically, so we should be pretty fine here. I was very much contemplating just biting the bullet and taking the 10,000, you know, tribute payment to make peace with one of these fellows, because then we could literally just focus on whoever we wanted to focus on. We would not have to worry about pretty much anything at that point, because then we could just, you know, as I say, just, you know, completely dedicate our resources to fighting against one target, and we wouldn't have to worry about multiple people. Okay, so let's actually move my archers over here. Let's get these guys over in this direction. I have so many infantry right now, which is not exactly what I want, but, you know, that's just how it is. Let's put them into a loose formation here as well. Let's get my cavalry to go over there. Get these cavalry... oh, God, you know, we're going to have to put them in from both sides. Well, one side, unfortunately. This is kind of not what I wanted, but we might be able to get them behind, potentially. Maybe behind would be pretty good. Let's put these guys into a shield wall formation while we're at it, and let's get these guys all the way over here. We really do not want them getting intercepted. That is going to be a pretty bad thing for us to have happen. So yeah, this is obviously a massive, massive distraction here. which is pretty perfect. Let's tell these guys to charge in. Let's tell these guys to charge in as well, because they are just going to absolutely obliterate anyone that they come across right now. Let's get our horse archers to charge in now as well. These guys all have spears, so I have to be very, very careful, because they can just literally insta-gib me, and I really do not want that to happen if I can help it. They do have some mercenary horse archers as well, but they shouldn't be anything to worry about. Well, it looks to me like that is it. I am actually kind of confused what's going on here, because, I mean, obviously we outnumber them. You know, that's, I suppose that is the main deal here, but we are just completely stomping them right now. And I'm very surprised about that, because, you know, you'd think these guys, considering they were able to take such an incredible amount of territory in a very short amount of time, maybe they just, I don't know, maybe they just, you know, stomped a bunch of really, really low population factions, and that was the reason why they were able to do this, because they just had more vassals, more clans, more power, and they were then able to, you know, just roll over them. And it's kind of what we're doing to them a little bit, even though, amusingly enough, we're probably not going to be able to take pretty much anything from them, to be honest. I don't think we're going to be able to take a huge amount, even though we're having some good success right now, but we just don't have the huge reach that they do, because they just have so many vassals. That's the reason why I was attempting, you know, unsuccessfully at least, was attempting to try and get more people to join us, because that is quite difficult, even with 300 charm. I was very surprised about that, but anyway, as I say, maybe some relation is going to help, and in which case, that's not too bad. I think I should be able to maybe get some people to join us, if I can just, you know, let some people go here and there. You know, not all the time, of course, but just let some people go and just try and see whether they're actually going to join us in the end. You know, that would be pretty cool. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like the developers may have, you know, tweaked that a little bit too much. Maybe that's just me, but I remember way back, obviously there were multiple things a little bit skewed with the persuasion system, because I don't know whether you were there when I was talking about it, but basically there was a particular fight that you could go into. Oh no, did the game just crash? Okay, that was a super weird thing. I have no idea how that actually happened, but it wasn't a crash. Yeah, I know, it's really weird. It was not a crash at all, and the game literally just froze, but it wasn't actually frozen, because as soon as I opened up Task Manager, you know, as you do, if there's a thing that's crashed, then you want to, you know, terminate it. That's the point. I opened it up, and then as soon as I did that, I heard the music. I heard the battle music, and then it was running, so I have no idea. Very, very weird. Anyway, there we go. We were able to achieve victory. Basically lost no units at all from my own party, because, funnily enough, look, I had basically no people on the battlefield from my own forces. So yeah, that's actually kind of record-breaking in itself. Usually I'm the one that has to dedicate the most to whatever is happening. But yeah, as you can see here, MENGUS is once again just carrying the weight of our offensive forces right now. Very impressive. I have no idea how he's able to do this, but apparently he is able to somehow. And there we have it. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're just going to head very quickly into the marketplace, and we'll see what we can do about shedding some weight, because I am currently running around with a lot of prisoners, which of course is going to make a pretty significant difference to our speed. And we do have a number of other things as well, like for example we have, I think, a lot of saddles. Yeah, we got some light saddles right there, some rugged saddles, and I think we have quite a few of these as well, and as you can see they're quite heavy, so we're just going to transfer a couple of those. And obviously that's the thing, if you do take a look at the party speed here, the main reason why we're slow is not because of our cargo or anything like that. I mean, yeah, it is reducing our speed by a small margin, but the main thing is our prisoners, of course. So that's the thing that I don't really want to get rid of right now. Anyway, we're just going to be sorting by numbers here, and oh yeah, okay, fine, I can't do anything else about this. Okay, we'll just get some fish, and then I'm just going to buy absolutely every single other thing here, because I want to try to get as much food as possible, just because we want to try to increase our morale when we actually do get our prisoners. But of course I am going to be fighting things quite often, so maybe it makes no difference really whatsoever. So let's just go straight on in to level up our polearm. Oh, hello. Okay, so maybe I'm actually going to be able to get to 275. I don't think so somehow. I think I am going to need to get to 6 vigor, which is a little bit problematic. I might be able to do that if I can get... Yeah, I should be able to do that if I can get my smithing leveled up a little bit more. Oh, actually, wait a minute. Where is the... Ah, there it is. I already have +1. Oh, dear. Okay, yeah, that's going to be a little bit uncomfortable, isn't it? Oh, well, never mind. Plus 15% handling to swingable polearms. I think that sounds like a perfect thing for my build right now. And then we're just going to move on. But yes, anyway, as I was saying before, basically the persuasion attempts previously, before they, you know, nerfed them or whatever you want to really call it, they were really fun because they would be doable and you would be able to persuade people basically any single time you wanted to, as long as they were the clan leader, of course, and then they would join you. And now it's a very uphill battle, and it's very much similar to everything has a price. Everything has a price is extremely, well, almost unusable at this point, which is really sad. I was hopeful that maybe it wouldn't be like that, but quite clearly I was incorrect. I was kind of thinking, you know, it might be cool to check it out, see if it's been changed a little bit, but no, it has not, unfortunately. So we are left with the same frustrating experience that it was beforehand. I'm kind of hoping that Tale Worlds will revisit the perk, because in my opinion it is fundamentally quite broken, and not in a good way. I mean, look, what's going on? What's going on here? Look at this. Why do I have a 19% chance? And there's a critical fail right there as well. But yeah, why do I have a 19% chance to persuade this guy to join me when he's from the Sultanate, and he's, well, he has nothing. You know, he has no fiefs. He has no territory whatsoever to really be protecting or anything. So I am really surprised. Oh wow, Mengus has actually gone down over here and is taking another town. Okay, wow, he is on an absolute roll at the moment. All right, I guess I will try to do my best here as well. Let's see what I can do. I have a bad feeling that there's going to be a massive army coming out of nowhere, so I kind of have to get going here, don't I? Oh, he took it! What? How did he do that? How did he do that? Okay, well, never mind. He's an absolute monster, and I'm very pleased to say that he's on our side. That's all I can say. Okay, so we're just going to give that to Roger here. I'm basically just going to give it to whoever has the most support. That's pretty much it, because it may be the case that the AI is kind of thinking to themselves, oh yeah, this guy is the most capable, you know, of taking care of that. Hilariously enough, saying that while Roger is in custody. I think he is actually in prison right now. So that's maybe not going to be that useful, but... Oh, what? They took something else? How is he taking things so fast? Is he serious right now? Okay, is this another town? Surely it's not another town, is it? Okay, yeah, I guess we'll give that to Roger as well, and then we're going to start, you know, giving things to other people, because let's face it, if Roger defects, well, I don't want to think about it. Oh, and look look who we have here. He's actually come and is attempting to assist us, which is actually crazy. But yeah, we only have 1 day remaining, and I am very much wanting to starve out the garrison. If we can make that work, then that would be fantastic. And that would then mean that we don't have to deal with 300 troops. Making peace with the... Wait, do we want to make peace with them? I guess, right? How much do we have to pay? It doesn't tell me. Okay, MENGUS says no. He actually says no. MENGUS and Dalaset both say no, and they're using 150 influence. You know what? I'm gonna side with my OGs here, because MENGUS and Dalaset used to, you know, they were basically my first companions that I got to run caravans for me, and I should really stick with them, in my opinion, right? Right? Shouldn't I? I think I should stick with them. So, yeah, we're going to say no. We're going to say no, and we're going to just continue to push the advantage. I don't know if we do have an advantage. That's the problem. Let me actually just see. Yeah, we would probably be paying around 4,000, I believe. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so I'm happy with this. I'm happy with this. Let's just see what happens. Maybe we're going to be able to... maybe we'll be able to take this as well. You know, I may even consider making peace after this with the Holy Roman Empire, because if we can take this, we've just taken 4 towns. If we still have one of the others. I'm not sure if it's been taken or anything. But yeah, we've taken an exceptional amount, and I am extremely surprised. Really, really am. But he is running around with an army of 1,000, and if these towns have only 300 or so in the garrison there, and then maybe another 200 or something like that in militia, then it's really not going to be that difficult to assume that they may indeed, in fact, be just completely dominating them. You know, that could happen. Anyway, let's just tell everyone to charge in here. Who's this? Who are you, sir? Veteran mercenary tracker is just running straight on in. All right. I'll join you then, sir, and I will attempt to assist you. Yes, well, poorly by the looks of things. Okay, just do some damage. Oh, then they all pick out their pokey sticks. Yes, they all take out their pokey sticks. That is not very nice of them. Okay, let me just do some damage. Don't really want to get shot in the face by any of these crossbowmen, but you know, it's a risk, and one that I will have to take, indeed. Don't get shot now. Oh! Oh! Did you see that on the right side of the screen? Wow, okay, that was incredible. I think a rock actually hit one of our people. Or not one of our people, but hit many of our people, including MENGUS himself, and he was insta-killed. So, I mean, he's not dead, thankfully. If he was, I would be livid, because he's an absolute monster by the looks of things, so I'd love to keep him with us, if at all possible. But yeah, that would be... that's actually really bad that he's been eliminated. Let me see. Yeah, 37 of them were actually killed. Well, I'm going to assume around 30 of them were killed in one fell swoop. Maybe. Maybe somewhere around there, I'm not entirely sure, but... It's pretty nice that we're actually on our horse here as well. It makes things a lot easier for us. Although, to be fair, I'm not entirely sure whether it does, because it does make me a little bit more cumbersome moving around. And it is going to make me very weak against polearms, as you can see right here. I'm just getting absolutely countered right now. And there it is. There's the victory. All right, not too bad. And we ended up losing only 3. Yeah, that's what happens when you starve out the garrison, I suppose. Because that's the thing. Militia, they're only going to be tier 2, tier 3. And, well, garrisons are not. They're going to be significantly more difficult, and that is exactly the reason why we do the starvation, starvation strategy, even though it does take an exceptional amount of time. As someone actually mentioned a little bit of time ago in the comments, we take a long time to do sieges, and yeah, that's true. But that's the point. It's to make them easy. It's to make them efficient. But obviously, it depends on your definition of efficiency, really, because if you think about it, me taking a huge amount of time, maybe I could have been even quicker if we just went straight on in, you know? If we went straight on in and didn't worry about starving out the garrison, maybe it would have been a better time. Maybe we would have done better, you know, in regards to our speed of capture. I don't know about that. Anyway, what we're going to do is we're just going to take a quick look. Okay, so this got taken back. We've still got this. We've still got this. Okay, I'm thinking that what I'd like to do... okay. I would like to make peace. Maybe the... no, the Byzantines are looking pretty harsh right now for us. Okay. Ooh, I don't know. This is a difficult decision. All right, yeah, maybe we should just leave it. Maybe we should just leave it in general and not even bother making peace with anyone. Maybe we should just move back to Vienna here and just literally take that. It seems like that has been besieged now. Owner of this. Me? Oh yeah, I should probably take this myself. Yeah, I should probably take this myself. This is actually, you know, right next to my other fiefs, so it makes the most sense for us to take that, right? Okay, so yeah, we're just going to do that. I don't know who is actually besieging this other one here. Oh, there's a... Oh wow, there's only 200 in the garrison. Yeah, this is not... No, it's not particularly good. Okay, how many do they have here? 126. Mengus is probably going to take this, isn't he? No, he's going to this town to defend. Huh. Okay, you know what? I'm just going to take this, and let's have a look at what's going on here. This is all mine. That's fine. There we go. Okay, peace offering from the Holy Roman Empire. Okay, that's interesting. How much do you want to... We're going to be paying them, of course. We're going to be paying them. Yeah, not a big fan of that, I got to say. Alright. You know what I'm going to do? We're going to try something a little bit different here. We're just going to establish our siege camp, and then we're just going to go straight on in. That's it. That is all we're going to do. Because I'd like to see whether maybe we can be a bit more efficient with our time. Because at the moment, our time is just getting absorbed by creating trebuchets and bombarding the walls and waiting for the starvation mechanic. Obviously, at the moment, starvation is not really a big deal in this particular place, because it has, what is it, 27 days or something like that? I think it had 27 days in the amount of food supplies that they had, so it would be absolutely impossible to starve them out for, well, a very long time, and we would give them every opportunity to attack us. Okay, so let's see what I can do here. Maybe we can get this ladder up real fast. And my forces should have a relatively easy time getting up here, or at least I hope so. Let me just speed up here myself. Okay, I'm just going to get absolutely shot in the face. Okay, this is... Okay, jump, 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 jump. No, don't get killed, don't get killed, don't get killed, don't get killed. Ah, yeah, I'm dead. There's nothing I can do about it, no way. There is nothing I can do about that. Alright, well... let's see what actually happens here. I'm not going to take advantage of anyone here. I'm not going to take control of them, shall we say. And we're just literally going to allow our forces just to charge in, and we'll see what happens. As you can see, though, we are just being absolutely massacred. Yeah. So, there you go. That's the alternative. Otherwise, what we do is we build trebuchets, and then we, you know, do our thing by destroying the walls. And that probably would have made much more sense, because in the end we'd probably spend a lot less time doing that, all things considered. So I'm just going to try to get this. I'm hopeful that Mengus is going to do his job and you know, try to do whatever he can at the other town that's under siege right now. And oh, he's actually with us. Are you serious? Okay. I'm actually not entirely sure whether I should even... You know what? I'm just going to leave him to it. I think I should probably leave him to it, and maybe I'll do battle with these fellows. Oh, they're actually running away. Okay, so let's have a look. He was too late to get there. Huh. Oh, that's sad. Oh, okay. That is very intriguing. So let me see here. If I could make peace with the Holy Roman Empire right now, and then we could focus on the Byzantines, which might actually be a good way to go, because they've just taken this town here. Probably doesn't have a huge amount of people in the garrison, probably be pretty easy for us to focus on, and they are actually attempting to take this as well, which has 161 in militia, so it's easily going to get taken. But we, with MENGUS, might be able to launch an attack against Belgrade, because look at how far away they are. They're really, really far, and this is obviously a pretty large army, going to assume at least 1,000, and we should have a pretty easy time tackling them. They are in possession of an exceptional amount of territory as well, but we could expand down into this territory here, and because the Holy Roman Empire would be at peace with us, we wouldn't have to worry too much about it. Yeah, that might be a good way to go, because we've just taken Vienna, as I say, so it might make sense. Anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.